United States of America. USA Department of Defense on Tuesday admitted error of overestimating the total monies in value of military equipment spent so far in the ongoing war in Ukraine. Pentagon spokesperson, Sabrina Singh, while speaking with reporters on Tuesday, said the Department of Defense still has surplus money to provide future military aid to Ukraine as the war-torn country prepared for counteroffensive attacks against Russia. Sabrina Singh said the accounting error was as a result of military services using replacement costs instead of the book value of equipment sent to Ukraine. The Pentagon revealed that its accounting error overvalued the military aid it has provided to Ukraine over the course of the 16 months war by a total of $6.2 billion. Adding, it overstated the expenses with $3.6 billion in financial year of 2023 and $2.6 billion in financial year of 2022. These valuation errors in no way limit or restricted the size of any of our Presidential Drawdown Authority packages or impacted the provision of support to Ukraine, Sabrina said. The Defense Department said, as a result of the accounting error resulted in an overestimation of the value of weapons being sent to Ukraine by $6.2 billion over the last 2 years, there is a surplus of money available for future security packages. According to Fox News and Associated Press, Sabrina Singh said the final calculation showed that in the current fiscal year, there was an error of $3.6 billion, and in 2022 there was an error of $2.6 billion. It is observed that the discovery comes as fiscal year 2023 nears an end, and it allows the Pentagon to have an extra stash of money to support Ukraine's counteroffensive against Russia. To get weapons and ammunition to Ukraine quicker than going through the purchase process, the Department of Defense uses what is called Presidential Drawdown Authority, allowing them to pull supplies off the shelves or in stock. The Associated Press reported that previous estimates from June 13 showed the U.S. committed over $40 billion in security assistance to Ukraine since Russia's invasion, but using the new calculation, the U.S. provided less than $34 billion in aid. As for the exact amount of money available for drawdowns and the Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative, officials have not been able to provide a firm number. The Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative provides long-term funding for purchases like larger air defense systems. U.S. officials have approved about $113 billion, divided into 4 rounds of funding, to aid Ukraine with fending off Russia's invasion, and some of that money is for restocking equipment sent to the front lines, Fox News reported.
Following up from some announcements earlier this year, during the department's regular oversight of our execution of Presidential Drawdown Authority for Ukraine, we discovered inconsistencies in equipment valuation for Ukraine. In a significant number of cases, services used replacement costs rather than net book value, thereby overestimating the value of the equipment drawn down from U.S. stocks and provided to Ukraine. Once we discovered this misvaluation, the comptroller reissued guidance on March 31st, clarifying how to value equipment in line with the financial management regulation and DoD policy to ensure we use the most accurate of accounting methods. We have confirmed that for FY23, the final calculation is $3.6 billion, and for FY22, it is $2.6 billion, for a combined total of $6.2 billion. These valuation errors in no way limit or restricted the size of any of our PDAs or impacted the provision of support to Ukraine. And while the DoD retains the authority to utilize the recaptured PDA, this has no bearing on appropriated USAI or Ukraine PDA replenishment funding approved by Congress.
It was gathered that Ukrainian forces are planning to strike Russia's non-conflict zones with Western-made Storm Shadow missiles and HIMARS rockets, according to the Russian Defense Ministry, that says the move would vastly escalate NATO's involvement in Ukraine. Meanwhile, a serviceman, Andrei Kravtsov, who reportedly destroyed the first Leopard tank in Ukraine, was awarded a cash prize of 1 million rubles by the Russian Ministry of Defense. The Leopard tanks were made and supplied to Ukraine by Germany. The Russia Defense Ministry showed a video of Russia's Ka-52 Alligator helicopter destroyed tanks in area said to be Donetsk region.